Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of Drawing with Matthew. Ding! Today, we're going to learn some anatomy basics of the face and go over them. So let's start by doing a basic circle. There you go. Nice and simple. Really happy circle. Look at how cute that thing is. Now on this circle, you want to understand that the top of this circle is going to represent the crown of the head. And in this section is going to be your section 1, which will represent the crown of the head down to right here, which will be the bottom of the nose. All right, let's get wild now. Draw a little line down here. Almost about the same distance from the crown of the head to the bottom of the nose. We'll do the bottom of the nose to the bottom of the chin. You guys are doing great. From here, every type of face is going to have a little bit different of a chin or a jawline. So for now, we're just going to do a basic one that's going to go down a little bit and then curve in. Go down and curve in. There you go. You know, feel free to sketch and get a little bit wild in there, you know. This is drawing. You're being the creative person here, so don't let anyone tell you what you're doing right or wrong. Just get in there and try it yourself. All right, so now you have the basic idea of where the bottom of the nose will be, the bottom of the chin will be, the top of the crown. But Matthew, you said that there were 3 sections, and so far you only see 2. 1, 2. Well, that's where this part comes in. Right here, we're going to do another line. There you go. And we're going to do another line here. There you go. So this section's going to be 1. This section's going to be number 2. And this section's going to be 3. All right. So this line right here is representing the top of the eyebrow. This section right here, this line, is going to be representing the, you guessed it, bottom of the nose. You guys are doing great. And this line right here is the chin. And what was this line again? You're absolutely right. Crown of the head. Wow, you guys are just on fire today. Love that about you. Oh, didn't realize he was out of frame. Let me push that over. Okay, good. So from this point, you're going to draw a little line right. Let's just put it right in the middle, and that's going to represent where your lips are going to go. Okay? And the other line is that if you see where the top of your brow is, your eyes are not at the top of your brow. It's just a little bit lower. And this is about where your eyes are going to go. So let's just put that right on in there. All right. So we're going to go over the details of some of the facial features, but I'm just going to kind of do this a little bit different, and you can follow me along. To do a nose, which is where we're always going to start since it is the focal point of the face, you're just going to draw a little upside down arrow. It doesn't have to be pointy, a little bit rounded. And then a little line that goes out for the nostrils. From there, maybe a little circle. And on each character, each person's face, the nose is going to be different, skinnier or wider, but we're just drawing things that fit into everybody at the moment. We're going to draw the outside of the nostrils, just like so. There you go. And right here, there's going to be a little bit of a line that comes down and out, and that's going to kind of be where the bridge, the bottom of the nose bridges off to the top of the lip. All right. From this point right here, there usually is a triangle that comes up, and this is where the eye level is going to be. And then right up here, this is where the eyebrows will come in. And I'm just keeping these lines nice and light because we're going to change these things, especially when we get into the portrait. These things are all going to change and vary. So I'm just trying to show you how to get in here on starting mapping out your face. Now right here, lips are usually, we're going to do that upside down arrow once again and just connect that line right over to the bottom lip. And then right there. There you go. Now, the way that the lips move on the face, they come at a downward angle. So that means that the light never really hits the top of the lip as much as it does the bottom lip. So it's always going to be a little bit darker than your bottom lip. So then after that, we're going to put the edge of our bottom lip right there. Round that up. And there you go. We have our basic nose area, our basic lips. We've got our basic chin area, our nostrils. Now, proportioning, I didn't actually map this out for you yet. I just kind of know, and I'll go back and explain. But when we have the edge of our nose, if you look on most people, the edge of the eye goes right at the edge of the nose, right here, or maybe just in a little bit more. So I'll just go in a little bit more right there, and right here, draw a line up. It goes about right there. And if you start, when you start looking at the people who you're gonna actually draw, you can start trying to find that out for yourself. And also, usually the width of the eye is going to usually be the width between the eyes. So if I go out here, the eye is going to be roughly about right there. All right, so now I have basic width of the nose. And then I didn't do this beforehand because I kind of just naturally do it now. But usually the center of the eye matches up almost quite with the edge of the lips. So something about like that. So these are just some basic proportions. Don't get too locked up on these proportions because every face will be a little bit different. And so when you're doing this and you're checking the person that you're drawing a portrait of, you might say, oh, Matthew, hey, but my nose didn't match up, or my eyebrows didn't match up. But that's okay because everybody's face is going to be a little bit different. So now we're going to do just some basic shape of the eye. You know, it's kind of like an almond. Imagine a little almond. There you go. Happy little almond. Let's even get a little happy face inside the almond. That's cute right there, right? All right, we're going to erase that later, but we're just having fun, you know? And just put a little almond over here. Yes, right there. All right, and this almond comes down over here. There you go. And, you know, let's give him a little friend. Do another little guy. He's smiling. He's like, hey. This guy's like, hi. And they're talking, right? But you know what? Seriously, let's take that out because, you know, we can't have too much fun. It's drawing class. It can't be that much fun. All right, let's take out this little guy. Let's take out that little guy. All right, so now we got some basic proportioning of the face. And we know that from earlier when I was rounding this out and from this line right here, that this was the brow line. So brow is going to be somewhere around over here. And, you know, don't ever just draw in a solid shape of these eyebrows because eyebrows are hair. And people do draw them in with, you know, makeup and such. But if you look at fine, close, detailed pictures, you can always see all these little hair follicles coming out and little imperfections. So it's good to have a little bit of imperfection on your drawing, you know, keep them a little bit sketchy and out. So there we go. So now everybody's got these little tear ducts at the edge of your eye. Don't make perfect eye shapes, you know. Let's show some naturalness to it. Got here. And then there's going to be some eyelids. Let's give this guy a little bit of some eyelids. Okay. And then let's give him the edge of the eye. Lid, the top right there, and the bottom of the eyelid. Do it on this side, a little edge of the eyelid, bottom of the eye right there. All right, you know, now we're starting to see someone's face come together. So we're gonna just throw in the eyeball right there, throw in an eyeball right there. Here's the center of the eye, center of the eye. All right, you know, things are starting to come together. This is gonna be all dark and black. There you go. And then this guy's gonna kind of have some value to it. Maybe not as dark as the center, but yeah, right there. And then on the ears usually go anywhere from about the top of the eyebrow or top of the eyelid down to the bottom of the nose or middle. So let's give this guy an ear that goes about from here to about there. And usually you're just going to go up a little bit, and then it's going to come out, maybe out like that, and then come in. Everybody's ear shape is going to be different. We're just giving this guy, some wacky ears. We're just having fun, We're just having fun with this. This is going to come up, right? Comes down. Just got to remember how I did this over here. It comes out a little bit, comes down a little bit, comes back in, something like that. And so just remember that even though we're doing the shape of the face, and even though it looks like I'm drawing a lot of lines, remember that on the face, there's never actually lines on the face. All the lines on the face are just created by volume and shading. So you never want to draw a super hard line. You always want to create soft lines by shading. And I'm going to get into that later on in some lessons. But right now, I just want to show you some basic proportioning. So we got proportion number 1, which remember was the crown of the head to the top of the brow. Let's put top of eyebrow. All right? Section 1, crown of the head, top of the eyebrow. Good. Section number 2, top of the eyebrow to the bottom of the nose. There you go. In section number 3, bottom of the nose to the bottom of the chin. Now, depending on the person you're drawing or type of, if they're muscular or, have a little bit of body fat index, their neckline will be like if they're a wrestler or super strong person, their neck may be way out here. Like if you look at The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, his neck's like way out here, right? But maybe you're drawing somebody who doesn't have such a muscular physique. Their neck might be a little bit inside the edge of the jawline. And this is really going to be dependent on the person you draw. And these little details are going to be dependent on you catching the distance from everything that you're drawing. So I will get into this on future lessons, but we're going to start mapping how close the eye is to the edge of the nostril, how close the top of the lip is to the nostril, and how the bottom lip is to the bottom of the chin. And all these little areas will help you map out a more complete area. Now, this isn't completely necessarily done because no one's head is actually that short. This is more like the top of the forehead. Now, from there, you might have some hair. Okay, and over here, the hair might come down, and then he's got some sideburns, and then the head will come up. The hair will come up like so, all right? And so the top of the head actually might come up more like that, and then your character actually looks like he's got a little bit more. Now I just covered up some of that stuff, but that's okay. We're just having fun here, We're just drawing in some happy hair. He's got some hair. He just went to the barber, got it trimmed up. He wanted to be good for this picture. And, so there we go. We got some basic proportionings. And then from here, you probably have a little shirt line like that. And from this point of having a basic proportion, this is where we would go into the next lesson of actually mapping in where we're going to shade and add detail and so on and so forth. But I really, really hope that you guys enjoyed this small tutorial on just getting some mapping and proportioning done. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you come back next time. Thanks so much. Have a great day.